What better way to spend a Saturday afternoon than this game that we have in store for you right here? The opener in conference play for both of these teams. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And this sophomore wide receiver is a playmaker. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
Pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, in a lot of spots. Except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players on he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number one for the squad.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. Makes the tackle.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
There are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye week sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the sophomore running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I'll tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
Second down to the air. Right side, it's John. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Caught in the backfield, it's John. Makes the stop at the 49, give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The handoff as they run the counter play here. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Dropping back, it's Pierce. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Wants to throw on first. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. New set of downs after the completion. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Second down, gonna throw it. Look out! On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
This quarterback's showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because first down he got sacked, second in California, he's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the first down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this third down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'll go back to work on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Handoff again. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
They've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, it's Pierce. Working the middle, it's complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding that.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Out wide right, it's Campbell. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Motion from the wideout. Can't get him to the ground. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And that's a gut punch, especially if you're the offensive coordinator, because that was sort of a foreign look, the pre-snap motion, a timing play, trying to get the receiver the football quickly. You're expecting to outflank the defense, but give the defense a ton of credit. They made the bigger play, and now they've set you up in a fourth down.
Snapped on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Wide receiver going in motion. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Second and long here. Follows his blocks. It's Cornelius. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You might get away with grabbing just about anything except the face mask. Got to keep those hands below the face mask. Headed to the end zone. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The penalty on the defense, but they don't really give up much ground because there's not much to lose this close to the end zone. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still first and goal. And they're in for a touchdown. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, let it get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Pierce. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Between the hashes, it's John. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the 1st half.
Rush right in his face. Snags it. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the away team sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Long way to go on 2nd down. Hits inside, it's Peterman. Enough to move the chains. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. First and 10 after the defense was hit with that personal foul penalty. Takes the handoff. It's Peterman. We were at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Right back to it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Powers inside. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And we've already seen him make splash plays in this football game. He got the interception, the big pick earlier, now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, and doing the most important thing. When you get there, get home, and get him on the ground. He's got a pick, and now he's got a sack.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Needs it here on fourth down. Fires to the middle. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. First play of this drive. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of that one.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Second and long here. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Holds on, it's John. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Turns up, it's Hunter. At the 15, he's loose. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Rushes on. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings, the Week 5 edition of our update show. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the Wisconsin Badgers. As for your game and an interesting first half, let's take a look at the numbers of note. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Catching up with Coach Longo at halftime. Listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ballgame. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe they get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. With that penalty, they give this offense a little helping hand. Now it's 2nd and 9. Rid of it on the RPO. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Well, guys, these turnovers continue to dictate what's happening in this ballgame. The quarterback has been under duress, and he is starting to show this wear and tear. The defense is feeding off of this, though. They see he's banged up, and they are going to keep coming after him. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Makes the grab. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. On the ground, it's Cornelius.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That appears to be their junior starting wide receiver, someone they obviously do not want to lose. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his situation. Running inside, it's Cornelius.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Might as well run him again. Hard running there. Wrapped up and stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 5, and so I guess they're really right back where they started on first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Cornelius. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They're all over it. Gets rid of it.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Wants to go up top on second down. Makes the grab. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Burrowing for yardage. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And they stop him there with a tackle for a loss. And how about the run defense in this football game? A lot of coaches, man, they talk about it. Coming into a game, first thing we have to do is stop the run. Both these defenses.
Got some room, made it to the goal line. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense is back on the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here.
Makes a grab and room to run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any conclusions.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They're going to field this one in tight quarters. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Quick give. It's Cornelius fighting off the defender.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll line up for a second down play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cornelius. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Moves the pocket. It's Bailey. And the defense. A play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, the QB knew coming into this one it was going to be tough. They have a lot of athletes on the back end, but today, guys just not able to separate. Accuracy hasn't always been perfect, and as a result, they've got another ball getting knocked away for an incompletion.
Fires to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. Down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Quarterback changing the play. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw, it's Pierce. Makes the grab. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Drops back on first down. Out wide left, it's Coleman. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Just keeps slinging it. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading.
Loose in the middle. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown.
I know as a coaching staff, you're always trying to find positives that you can build on, and it's nice to see your team continues to fight. It has been a slog up to this point. No points until finally breaking through here in the fourth quarter. And they're going to go back and watch the film, and they're going to see what worked on this drive and maybe try to build on that the next time out.
They'll line up to go for two. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Takes the easy one to the back. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out.
Number 46, set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. The run inside. It's Cornelius. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On play action. And the missed connection on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Catches it at the 15. And they'll stop him right there on the return. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Moving the pocket, it's Pierce. Swings it out to the flat. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Fresh set of downs going to the air. They're working that left side. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted a fourth down to keep the drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get them throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync.
Going for it all. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Got to make the play on fourth. Fires to the middle. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration. And it didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Pulls it, looking for an alley. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. They give it back to him. They make the stop right at the 34-yard line, standing tall to keep them from converting on 3rd down. 4th down coming. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And now the offense will come onto the field again. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks, and make plays.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Pierce. Lets it fly. Nice play to knock that one down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Working that left side now. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turn wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively.
He wants to take the top off. Snags it. Snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And after making the extra point, they're down 24-13.
Number 46, set to kick it off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. Here comes the offense onto the field again. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down and protect this lead. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. 2nd down coming up. Keep it on the ground. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. They bring the punter onto the field now.
On to kick it away.
Oh, misjudges it a bit and muffs it.
You know, the worst thing that can happen to return men is muffing punts, fumbling it, putting on the ground, and he did it right there. He's very lucky he was able to jump on his own fumble.
Back to pass, it's Pierce. Works the middle. At the 20, he's got space. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Coleman.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Snapped on 4th down. Here comes the heat. He fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.